Hey everybody, welcome to another neighborhood tour. I'm Aaron Cullen.
Briana Cullen.
And this is your Old Town Portland tour. Okay, we have a surprise guest for you today. Asher Cullen making his first debut on camera for you. So you're gonna see him around with us today. Hey Asher, are you ready to talk about some real estate? I think he is. All right, Asher, what's your favorite thing about this neighborhood? All the flowers and the people? Well, there you go, folks.
He's ready.
All right, today we're highlighting Old Town Portland, and it's the oldest neighborhood in Portland. Lots of history, old buildings. Fun fact, there was once a pub for every 40 residents. Now it's not quite so many, but they do still have a lot of old pubs.
I think it's still a big nightlife hub, and it's right here on the western bank of the Willamette River. I think that's the most important probably thing to know about this area is that you're riverfront.
That's right. And right now we're at the River Place market area. There's cafes, there's restaurants. This is a very lively place, lots of people out. You can rent bikes, you can go down to the docks, it's waterfront. And we're gonna take this path right up through Old Town. Now, this is called the Greenway, and it goes right along the Willamette, and it's definitely one of the highlights of Old Town.
One thing to know, the city of Portland is really investing in this greenway. Over the last year, they've put in about $15 million into creating more pedestrian-friendly walkways, bike paths both ways. Portland is already very bike-friendly, a lot of commuter cyclists and pedestrians, which is really important in this downtown neighborhood to be able to get from this old town to Pearl, which is the downtown neighborhood right adjacent, another very vibrant, lots of shops, lots of restaurants, lots of urban living right here downtown. So I think the city really appreciates that and is putting their money into making this area even more accessible and walkable.
And here we are walking along the riverfront, which has all of the shops. This is on the south end of the Greenway. Right up along us is the marina. Just a beautiful, beautiful day. One of the cool things about Old Town Portland is it is smack dab in the middle of downtown, and it is right along the river here. There's a sister city to Portland in China, and they recreated a Ming Dynasty era house. What are those called? And it's one full square block area, and it's a park full of beautiful gardens and a museum. Really worth checking out.
I think a lot of landmark Portland businesses and restaurants are right down here in Old Town. So Voodoo Donuts, people who come to visit Portland love to make a stop at Voodoo Donuts.
You gotta get a Voodoo Donut.
And then it's also close to a lot that downtown has to offer. So Pal's Books, the original downtown
My favorite bookstore,
is right down the street from Old Town. The farmers market at Portland State University is amazing. It's a lot of locals' favorite farmers market in the city. It's a huge block within campus with big trees, shade, music, little vendors on the Saturday farmers market. I think if I were, young and footloose and fancy free, I would love to live down here on the waterfront and work downtown. I think this is the area that I would, really love to live in if I was working down here. If you want to live on the river, what are your options, Aaron? Is it mostly condos or?
Yeah, it's gonna be mostly condos and townhomes. Now there's the McCormick Pier condo complex. It's about 301 units. They just did a $7 million rebuild of the McCormick Pier there. And I think they also redid their pools and some of the other public amenities. I'm actually gonna take you guys and show you one of the condos that's listed for sale over there right after this.
So who doesn't like to be on the water for eating in a restaurant or riding your bike along the paths? But I think if you really, really love to be on the water and you're a boater, being down here, you could have your boat in one of the marinas down here or one of the docks that's right outside your condo. And then you have really the best of urban living with downtown, Old Town, the Pearl, and you can just get right onto the river. It also creates that view and that feeling of being in nature right within the city that I think is really appealing.
Yeah, you're right adjacent to the Pearl District, which has some of the coolest art shops and eateries, and is a lot more upscale than Old Town. Old Town has a lot more gritty city vibe to it, but like we said earlier, the city is really investing into this area, and especially the Riverfront Park.
Yeah, I just envision that you're sitting on your patio in your condo and you have the skyscrapers of downtown and the Pearl behind you, and then the river in front of you with sailboats floating by and powerboats floating by, and there's just always something interesting to look at.
Yeah, if you're looking for that city feel and the walkability, Old Town is a great option. It's undervalued right now for the real estate, and especially with everything shutting down with COVID, it has had more homeless here. But I know the city has made a commitment to try to work on that and find a good solution for everybody. I think now is a great time to buy anything anywhere around downtown, because as you can look up the comps, the values have been pretty flat for the last couple years, and I think anything on the waterfront has a great long-term value. Plus, you're on the waterfront. I mean, check this out. How cool is this? This is a really cool hotel. What were you saying about it?
It's a Kimpton boutique hotel right here. I love the wraparound porch, and there's a really nice seafood restaurant with seating out here on the front porch and then along the riverside.
Yeah, that's really neat. It's a great place to stay if you're visiting in town.
Fun fact, when I lived in San Francisco, the heiress to Kimpton Hotels lived in the penthouse above me, so...
Who did?
The heiress to the Kimpton
Oh,
Hotel.
really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And she would clop around on her stiletto heels on the wood floor over my head in Russian Hill. Yes. I didn't
There's
tell
a
you
unique
that.
experience. I think I do actually remember that, but I never really put it together.
Yeah.
So here you can see some of the construction that they're doing. They're slated to finish up by the end of the summer. I think it's by the end of July.
I think they said end of summer 2021. They began in August of 2020, phase 1, and then just this last March started phase 2. So it's a big project. It's really impacting traffic down here in the downtown area. Luckily, it came at a time when the world was still kind of slower pace with the pandemic, but now things are definitely opening back up. Lots of people jogging and biking and out down here, which is so great to see.
Yeah. I mean, this park is amazing. I mean, look at this. Look at this place. Miles of parkland right on the Willamette. How cool is this? Anyone who lives in this neighborhood has quick, easy, walkable access to this riverfront park. This is really a treasure of the city.
When you start looking into living in Portland, one of the things that you hear a lot is about the different quadrants. So the Willamette River divides the city into east and west for the most part, and then you also are thinking north and south. And so a lot of people will try to focus you in on which quadrant makes the most sense to live in. I think one of the things about this particular area of Old Town or River Place is that you're so central. So if your friends are in the northeast or in the southwest, it's pretty easy to get to any of those areas, and so you get to explore more of what Portland has to offer than if you're, way out in far out southeast or something like that.
Yeah, that's a really good point. It is very central to pretty much all of Portland, and I just can't get over this walkway, the greenway, how beautiful it is and peaceful, even with some of the construction back there we just walked through. I mean, it's amazing.
We need to get the kids down here on bikes and ride along this
Yeah,
path.
yeah, we really do. And they have some rentals over there at the marina where you can rent a paddleboard or a kayak for a few hours.
I mean, that is gorgeous.
Yeah. A lot of these slips can actually be purchased anywhere from around $20,000 on up, and then you pay a monthly HOA fee, usually somewhere starting around $100 on up. You can also, of course, rent slips as well if you have a boat. And this is a great place to put in because you're right near the Columbia as well, which is a lot bigger river.
You're talking boat slips, honey?
Yeah. I don't have a boat yet, but I would like to.
You've had one in the past.
I have had one in
You're
the
a boat
past.
slip.
I've rebuilt a sailboat in my life and grew up boating.
That was fun. Okay, boys, I gotta get back to the office and get some work done. Have fun in the Pearl.
Welcome, come on in. The first thing you're gonna notice about this place is how open it is and literally right on the water. If you wanna be Pearl adjacent, downtown adjacent, this condo could be for you. It's literally right on the Willamette River. I mean, look at these views, amazing. This is a 1-bedroom, 675 square foot condo. It has a front deck that's private, and it also has a fire pit right there, like 10 yards away. And it has a greenway trail that goes all through the front of these condo complex and then all the way down and under several bridges, 16 miles total of greenway walkway that you can walk, take your dog, bicycle, all right on the edge of the Willamette. I was just watching a few boats go by. Here's someone skiing, water skiing right now. Lots of water sports. And the owner of this condo actually has a boat slip for sale that you can buy if you purchase this condo. So that's pretty cool. I'm looking right out the window right here and I can see the slip. There's also a private beach, which is pretty neat. All of that for under $300,000 is pretty amazing. This whole area I feel has been pretty depressed as far as the prices, and I think is due for an increase in the next several years. I feel like it's a great time if you wanted to get in on a condo. And one of the great things about this place is there is no rental cap, which means if you outgrow it, want to get a different place, you could keep this and have it as a rental. And here we are in the main bedroom, and the first thing I noticed right out the window is the boat slip that can be optionally purchased with this unit. How cool would that be to wake up, there's your boat right there, run down, get your lunch, get your fishing pole, and go out, take the boat out, even just for a morning or sunset cruise. Pretty cool. Look at these views. I mean, wow, that is awesome. I mean, you're just sleeping basically right on the river. I just love how you have the motion of the waves going through here. Really cool. I mean, look at that. If I was single, this would definitely be high up on my list. It's quiet. There's also a pedestrian walkway that goes right across from the complex over into the Pearl across NATO Parkway, which is, again, awesome. They really thought things through when they built out this whole complex to make it really accessible to shopping areas, bars, restaurants, and then having this greenway right here. I mean, just amazing. I'm actually shocked that the prices here are so affordable. So in the kitchen here, again, obviously big open concept. They went with the granite countertops. I like that. Very clean black appliances, I really like the decor in here. Makes it feel very homey, but beachy at the same time, very carefree. And I love the vegetation, that you can tell that they put a lot of care into the vegetation here at this complex. I mean, look how lush that is. There's the bees getting some nectar from the flowers. My 3.5-year-old would love that. And if you just kind of sit here for a second and listen, you can just hear the water, you hear boats go by every now and then. Very, very peaceful. Then let's come through here to the hallway. There's a little hallway closet, stacked washer and dryer, and one full bathroom. And it's nice. Again, the granite countertop ties into the kitchen. I like it, it's very simple, clean. And then it has a little window, kind of like a porthole feeling, right there in the shower. Again, every room has a water view. You just feel like you're on the water with this unit. Oh yeah, I think I could enjoy this. I wonder if my wife would go for a rental. Well, that about sums it up with the 670 square foot unit. There's not a lot of walking and not a lot to show you, but I think that's one of the things about this place that makes it kind of neat. It's a very simple, affordable living right here on the water. All right, here we are walking over to the second unit, Old Town Lofts. Let's go in and check it out. Going up. All right, everybody, here we are at our second property here in Old Town on the 8th floor of a building built in 2001. Now, this is a total different perspective from the last place we just looked at on the river. This one is further in towards the city and we're up high. Let's go check out this really cool loft space. One bed, one bath, just over 1,000 square feet. Listed at $350,000. This loft could be yours. Here we are. Right when we walk in, it's one giant room. We've got two big cement piers, cement ceilings, cement wall over here on this side. Check out these views. And we've got all this shelving right over here along this wall, just kind of built for you to put your bed, I would assume here, kind of make this obviously your bedroom area. You could put up some dividers here if you wanted, give you a little bit of separation. This would be your living room. Of course, is open right up here to your kitchen. Very simple, straightforward, no frills with this loft, as you probably expect. But for $350,000, a little over 1,000 square feet, this could be a cool option. High ceilings in here. I think these are probably about 12-foot ceilings. We've got the laminate hardwood floors. Let's go check out the bathroom. Okay. Oh, some good storage area here for cleaning supplies. We've got our stackable washer and dryer in here, and it is pretty dark in here. It needs some extra lighting, that's for sure. Here's our bathtub, shower combo, tile, pretty basic, and it looks like it's wheelchair accessible. It's big, it's a good size. I like the tile flooring. You know, again, this building was built in 2001, so it's a very new building. And let's go check out the views out here. See what we got. All right, 8th floor. Hope you're not afraid of heights. As you can tell, I am slightly. So this is the top floor unit. Here's the hills. We're looking out at west right here. So the Willamette would be east, directly on this other side. So we don't have views of the river here. And so that's also why the price is a little lower. We'll also kind of in this little section here of the building where our only views are really this way. Our living room and bedroom area is going to have views of the other side of the units, which isn't too attractive. Don't love this part of the view. This view is awesome. If this was your main view, this would also probably be up another $100,000. There are a couple other units for sale in this building. This is at $350. There's one that's quite a bit bigger, 1,600 square feet. This one's just over 1,000 square feet, and that one has river views, and it's listed at $650,000. So definitely pay for the views if that's something you would want, and that extra space. All right, guys, so which one would you pick? This one, 8th floor with the views, you're already closer in town, or would you be on the river at the NATO condo? Me personally, no question, no contest, I'm picking the river. I personally am not a loft person. When I was a little younger, I would have liked to have a loft to be downtown, but now I think I really appreciate having river views. I think I would probably purchase that boat slip option and just relax, have that more relaxing feel, and just be a very short walk or drive into the shops in the downtown area of the Pearl. Yeah, for me, it's kind of no question, but different strokes for different folks. So if you prefer being really up high in a bigger building, this could be a great option for you. All right, guys, I will see you next time. And don't forget, if you like what you're seeing, hit the subscribe button so you're notified next time we drop a video, and give me a little like right down there if you also enjoyed this video. See you next time.